From broke to boss, I flipped the script. Super Trucker Podcast got me fully equipped. Left the noise behind, now I'm stacking green. Voyager Nation made me live the dream.
Rate negotiation, and how do you tell that your dispatcher is a master negotiator? Guys, check this out, is one of the topics that is trending online. So what are some of the things that you can do to identify that you're linked up with the right person? All right, so we'll dig right in. First is research and prep calling. Like how much does your dispatcher actually know about the market? What are some signs that you can tell that if this is a strong dispatcher or not?
Well, the challenge that I see here is how do you know what your dispatcher is doing when you're in the truck?
Man, I think it's also like there's small things that you can do. You don't know actually, but you can tell by the way he's answering.
Yes, but we're talking about potentially depends on who's trying to figure this out. Is that somebody who's been in trucking for a long time,
right?
And is very well seasoned in this business, or somebody who just got into trucking a year ago, finally got his truck, and now all of a sudden he is trying to figure out who's a strong dispatcher, who's a weak dispatcher. So that could be a challenge. Like I would say, like if you're in those shoes, like if you're just starting and you don't even know what is what, I don't know, like maybe it would be a good idea somewhat to begin with to rely on your successful owner-operator friends. See who we use, what we say, and so on.
Right, because the real deal should be that the guy knows his lanes, obviously, right? But again, if you're new, how do you know if he's just spitting gibberish at you or if you actually,
Yeah.
But I guess what about that awkward silence when you're like, hey man, what's the rate from fucking Lakeland to Chicago?
Yeah, I think, and again, like, what if I tell you, oh, it's like $1,500, and now, like, how do you know if it's real? Or I just made it up. I think in general, just when you talk to somebody confident, the individual is confident,
right? Yeah,
or he is a good bullshitter.
But that's the thing.
But good bullshitter is a good dispatcher, actually.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So it's the very same that tactic, the persuasiveness. That is what's the quick thinking on your feet. The street smart is what's going to get these brokers to pay, because he just has to use those techniques against the broker, not you.
Yeah, you know what? Just as we're talking right now, if I have to pick the guy from the street and make him into a badass dispatcher, and let's say I have somebody who is very, very concentrated, really pays attention, but more on the silent side, versus the guy that just keeps running his mouth, bullshits all the time, I think I have a better chance of the guy that is full of shit running his mouth, as long as there are still, some basics, strong basics in him besides just bullshit.
All right, yeah, because like check this out, guys. Like we interviewed tons of people, right? In a year, like looking for strong dispatchers, and you know what? Hey, sometimes you get people. What do you got to do? All right, man. Whatever they offer you, start higher. So whatever. So if something's $3 a mile, you ask for fucking more, right? So easy. That's pretty easy instructions. However, when it comes time to do it,
yeah, I see.
How many people can't do it?
I see this all the time. So, for example, sometimes we have people coming in and like we not necessarily just looking to work here. Sometimes we just want to see what the dispatching is about.
Yeah.
We just cool people. We kind of let you, get hurt a little bit,
smacked around.
So I would say, okay, so start calling every number, and let's say if we're looking for a load out of Florida, and everybody knows like the freight out of Florida is shit, right?
Yeah.
And I would be like, no matter what we say, ask don't call on anything shorter than 500 miles, ask $4 a mile. And the seasoned dispatchers are already cracking in the back,
giggling,
and you're gonna have two types of people. One, and you tell the guy, listen, it doesn't matter if whoever you talk to, we may laugh, we may hang up,
just keep
don't lose it, just keep hammering it and keep asking for $4 a mile. And I'm not saying it happened on Florida lane a lot, but man, during those situations, we have booked some killer loads that all the old timers had to shut up for the rest of the day.
I know, man, and because they come in with they're not PTSD of like fucking brokers hanging up on them. It's just no fucks given, and it happens.
Yeah. I even had like some old time dispatchers would say like, "Man, don't do this. You're gonna piss off the brokers, and like we're not gonna be working with us." Like, shut the fuck up. If we need a truck to move a load, we will work with you. So keep on, little guy. Keep on asking for this insane, outrageous amount of money, and then you're gonna see one individual is just gonna be no fucks given, just gonna follow the instructions and keep on hammering the phone. Another guy is going to start suppressing himself.
Yeah, that definitely
So
happens.
that guy that starts suppressing himself is never gonna be a top tier dispatcher.
No, because even when we'll ask, hey, check the load urgency, and let's look at is it same day pickup, is it weekend, odd delivery hours, and so forth. Urgent, you're a guy that just goes and fetches that information. Mm-hmm. Did you do the job? Yeah. I mean, you got the details, but the guy we're talking about, the savviness, is scanning for opportunity where if it is delivery hours, you need another reason to get more money. You're looking for opportunity within the information that they're giving you to actually be like, I can't sit on this fucking load for 2 days. What's wrong with you?
No, absolutely.
Or no.
Everything is money, and like the strong dispatcher needs to look for any kind of thing he can grab onto to squeeze more money out of the load.
But so the point is, like, you almost have to already be a little bit pre-wired like that.
Yes.
Because how much can you train of that?
Yes. Some people just will never be able to do it. We think we can, but we will never be able to do it. Like, for example, I see with like trainees all the time. Man, if we're trying to move it for $3,000, ask for $5,000, and then you hear them in the background like,
That's
"Oh,
insane.
can you do 3,050 maybe?" Bro, you're fucking wasting my time.
Yeah. And then, hey, the most he gave was 3,050.
Yeah. Like that's fucking bullshit. Because look, the broker is not gonna feel bad when we offering you this 80 cents a mile load. We just we're gonna milk you as much as you're gonna allow them to.
Yeah, and actually, guys, the gloves have to be off because the brokers are doing exactly the same tactics,
Yes.
if not worse.
And look, what is the risk of asking for more? You can always go down. Like, for example, hey, how much are you trying to move it for? $3,000. Oh man, that's fucking cheap. Like, did you check the fuel prices lately? Like, isn't America great yet? Like, I need like at least $5,000. And then somebody is laughing at you, and you're like, all right, bro, but let's get serious now. Like, how close to 5,000 can you get? And the guy's like, 3,100. Nah, man, like what, like fucking 3,100 or what? Like gold bricks?
Yeah, and for those guys out there who think that doesn't work, like, just stand your ground, because how many times have we been in a position that they call us back later?
Yeah.
Because they couldn't fucking cover it.
Many times. How many times I had the broker, laughing at my request in the morning, then getting a little bit more serious around noon, and then fucking crying around 4 p.m.
Yep. And then the price went up.
And I just like, sorry, bro, I can't do it for what I told you before. The price just went up.
Right. And one of the other topics that typically happens is, they label it here like the bundling negotiation, right? Like when the guy tries to give you delivery to the place and the reload like right there, and he's trying to help you out and give you the perfect storm, and here's your round robin. And a lot of dispatchers like, man, I got this guy moving, and they're never cross-checking, is that reload even worth it? Is it market value? Where is that going to take me to?
Again, that's just like bad dispatchers, because at the end of the day, in many cases, when you're being offered that round trip, you always want to check the other end, because there is a chance that the rates at the other end are so high that the broker is trying to cut the corners and get it moving for cheaper, so he's selling it as a round trip to save money on the backhaul. So you can be like, no, bro, I can do the one way, but I cannot do.
Do you know how many you hear all the time, man? We booked the exact same load offered cheap in that way to a dispatcher, and you book it with somebody else for a lot more money than what that guy was doing. That shit happens all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. All right, man. So, is there any other things that these guys should be looking at? Like, what are some weaknesses in the load? Is it the weight? Is it, delivery times? How can you spot opportunities? Is it just like
everything? I think my biggest challenge with bad dispatchers, we do not see themselves. Like if your dispatcher dispatches as if it's you in that truck and not him, you have a shitty dispatcher. Because, for example, when I'm dispatching, any potential delays, like I'm almost like living it in that truck with you.
right?
If there are multiple deliveries, that's gonna take more than 1 day to offload. Now I'm not just the idiot dispatcher just gonna calculate the miles.
Yeah.
And he thinks he's winning. No, he needs to put himself in your shoes and be like, okay, so how long is that going to take? Fucking 2 days. So, okay, I understand the miles are short, but I got to make enough money for 2 days worth of work.
Yeah, so if that...
Same thing goes with lumper. Like, how many times, man, like it fucking burns me when I see dispatcher that's, hey, what about, the lumper update on the rate confirmation?
Mm-hmm.
I did send an email. When? Yesterday. And
nothing.
Well, still, let me check. He hadn't responded yet. What the fuck are you even talking about? You need to close that thing fucking on the day when it's happening.
Right.
Because if you just sent an email into the fucking La La Land, nobody is fucking writing you back. You gotta be on it, or else you're not getting it.
Right. So I mean, even that, like, guys, let's say, that's how you can identify if this dispatcher is weak, because let's say you start a conversation and he folds to what you're requesting right away. Right. I'm not going there, or whatever it is that you're not going to do that load. And he folds right away without some kind of not rebuttal in nonsense and childlike behavior, but nah, man, like, look, but we need to move your truck because there's a reload over here, without some kind of concrete plan. Mm-hmm. If he's folding right away and he's your yes sir, he's a yes sir to them. And then that's where your real problem is.
Yeah, you need to be able to have an adult conversation with your dispatcher. It doesn't have to be 100% agreement. Agreement is good, easier to work with. But sometimes I actually seen a dispatcher and an owner operator getting so comfortable together to where now the revenues goes to shit.
Yep.
Because now dispatcher relaxes. The same dispatcher that was a killer, all of a sudden he's all relaxed. The owner operator doesn't keep the dispatcher in check, and the only time everything gets exposed when somebody else in the management looks at the numbers and like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why is this guy making so much more money than this guy when this guy I know for a fact he's a runner?
Yeah, for sure.
And that's how that shit gets uncovered.
Yeah, definitely, man. So that I think that at the end of the day, you're looking for a dispatcher that keeps you in check, not incoherently, but the guy who has a plan, the guy who knows how to move in a room and get you the most money as possible. So that's actually probably the best way to tell that you're in a healthy relationship, rather than the guy just telling you yes.
Yeah, the owner operator and dispatcher relationship, you gotta keep each other in check. But you have to have a good working relationship. So if you're delusional and you're just pressuring your dispatcher to come up with something that does not exist, that's another broken piece. But if your dispatcher is just agreeing with everything you say and then cannot even fucking deliver,
right,
you have another problem, bro. So it's the target is always moving. The people are always changing. I've seen good, solid owner operators making money, and then something goes sideways, and we are no longer reliable.
Yep.
And shit goes wrong. I've seen very solid dispatchers doing an impeccable work.
Yeah.
And then something happens, and it's a different person.
And don't forget, you're
people burn out.
Yeah. And you're paying this. You're actually paying this guy. Remember, not to panic. So that is another thing where that type of person you're talking about can control the situation. He's been there before. He knows how to handle it. If he's got to, let's say, repower you because just load cancellation or something, he'll figure it out. Truck could sit for 30 minutes until he figures it out, but doesn't leave you hanging. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, but again, don't forget, it's a two-way street. So because, for example, if a load got canceled, right, and now you're burning 40 minutes of that dispatcher's time just venting at that dispatcher over a phone, expecting some sort of solution, let me tell you, that solution is not happening because you keeping that dispatcher away from solving that problem.
Yes. When in that he could have truck order not used, email to blah blah blah, and got the reload in half an hour.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So instead you're compounding the issue. So here you go, guys. So if you are looking for top tier dispatchers, we got them. 863-342-5171.
Yeah, and if you have a problem with one of our dispatchers, let me know. I'll keep them in check for you.
All right, guys.
Take care.
Be good.
Operators looking for the best business owner opportunity, look no further. I got all the programs that are going to make you successful. Everything to operating from 2 different fuel cards, top of the line trailers with a maintenance program that is unbeatable, to plates, insurance, you name it, we got it. All you got to do is give us a call, 863-342-5171. Learn more and get started.